Hey everyone, welcome back to the Incredible India podcast series. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Sam. It's great to be here.
Today we're stepping into the light, you could say. We're looking at a festival many know as Diwali, but exploring a really specific historical meaning it holds for the Sikh community.
That's right. We're talking about Bandi Chhor Divas.
Bandi Chhor Divas. And our mission for this deep dive is to unpack that name, which translates to the Day of Liberation, isn't it?
Exactly, the Day of Liberation. And the sources we're drawing on, they tell this incredible story. It's about strategy, defiance, but also deep compassion. It really gives the day a unique philosophical weight.
Before we dive into the history, maybe set the scene for us. What does it feel like?
Okay, yeah. Imagine Amritsar during this time. As evening comes, the Golden Temple, the Harmandir Sahib, it just comes alive. You have thousands of oil lamps, diyas reflecting on the sacred water, the sarovar. There are fireworks overhead lighting up the domes. And underneath it all, this constant, gentle hum of prayers and celebration.
Sounds amazing. Like Diwali, but different.
It looks like Diwali, but the story behind these specific lights, well, the sources are clear. It's not about ancient myths of gods and demons. It's actually a human story, a historical event.
About a political prisoner, right?
Yeah.
And him advocating for others.
Precisely. It's a story about justice, leadership, and choosing collective freedom. So if you're looking for meaning beyond just the spectacle, this history is quite powerful. It's like an ethical statement playing out.
Okay, let's get into that history then. Where do we start?
We need to go back, way back to 1619.
1619. So Mughal Empire, Emperor Jahangir is in charge.
Exactly, the height of Mughal power. Things are pretty absolute, imperially speaking.
And the central figure is Guru Hargobind, the sixth Sikh Guru.
Yes. Now, his popularity was growing, which always makes emperors a bit twitchy. But the real issue, according to the sources, was philosophical.
Oh, so?
He was the first guru to really formalize this idea of Miri and Piri.
Miri and Piri. Can you break that down?
Sure. Piri is spiritual authority, devotion. Miri is temporal power, political courage, even self-defense. Guru Hargobind taught they had to walk hand in hand.
Ah, okay. Spiritual life and worldly action. I can see how that might ruffle some imperial feathers.
It definitely did. For Jahangir, a religious leader also claiming, or at least embodying, temporal authority, even symbolically, that felt like a direct challenge.
Like whose power is ultimate here?
Exactly. If the guru holds both the spiritual shawl and the political sword, metaphorically speaking, where does that leave the emperor? So this growing influence, this explicit mix of faith and worldly power, it made Jahangir uneasy.
Which led to the guru's imprisonment.
Yes, in the Gwalior Fort, a really formidable fortress known for holding political prisoners, enemies of the state.
So it wasn't like he committed a common crime. This was political containment.
Precisely. It was about neutralizing a philosophy, an identity that wouldn't separate faith from, well, standing up for oneself and one's community.
And inside the fort, he wasn't alone.
No. And this is crucial. The sources say he found 52 Hindu Rajput princes and kings already imprisoned there.
52? Wow. Why were they locked up?
They were essentially political hostages. They'd resisted full submission to Mughal authority, maybe refused taxes or loyalty oaths. Jahangir held them to keep their regions in check. Basic imperial strategy, really.
So high-value prisoners. Releasing them wouldn't be simple.
Not at all. These weren't petty criminals. They were potential leaders of rebellions. Their imprisonment sent a message: resist, and you disappear.
Okay, so the guru is there with these 52 kings. Then what?
Well, after some time passes, the sources aren't exact on why. Maybe politics shifted, maybe Jahangir felt pressure, or maybe he was impressed by the guru's conduct. The emperor offered to release Guru Hargobind.
Just him. A personal pardon.
Just him. A single act of imperial grace, you could call it.
And this is where the story takes a turn, isn't it? He gets offered a way out.
And he refuses.
He refuses what?
He saw the injustice. He saw these 52 others held unfairly. He basically said, I'm not leaving unless they leave too. He turned his personal freedom into leverage for everyone.
That's incredibly bold. He's using his own release, his own capital, to demand freedom for dozens of others who are, frankly, a political risk to the emperor.
It was an astonishing stance. He put collective liberation above his own.
How did Jahangir react to that? I mean, letting 52 regional rulers go free sounds like asking for trouble.
Well, Jahangir was kind of caught. He'd made the offer to the guru, right? Taking it back would look bad, tyrannical maybe, but just letting 52 potential rivals walk out. Unthinkable for stability.
So a stalemate.
Almost, but then came this brilliant compromise, a bit of theater, really.
Proposed by the guru.
Yes. The guru suggested a condition. He said, okay, I'll leave, but only those kings who can physically hold onto my cloak as I walk out of the fort gates get to come with me.
Hold on to his cloak. How does that solve anything?
Well, think about it from Jahangir's perspective. He probably picture a normal cloak. How many men can realistically grab onto one person's robe while walking? 4, 5, maybe.
Ah, so the emperor thought he was calling the guru's bluff, or at least limiting the damage, saving face while only releasing a handful.
Exactly. He likely thought, fine, let him try. It looks merciful, but I'm still keeping most of them locked up. He agreed.
But he underestimated the guru's ingenuity.
Completely. The guru didn't just use any cloak. He had a special large garment made.
Special how?
The sources describe it as having 52 long tassels or cords or streamers, basically 52 individual strips attached to it.
52. One for each king.
Precisely. It wasn't just a piece of clothing, it was a tool for liberation, a wearable loophole in the emperor's condition.
Wow. Okay, I can picture it now. The gates open.
And Guru Hargobind walks out. And holding on to each of those 52 cords is one of the Rajput rulers. All 52 walk out with him.
All of them. He actually did it.
He did. He turned captivity into this moment of incredible compassion and clever strategy. It was a masterstroke. 53 men linked by these threads of freedom.
And that act, that specific event, is why the day is called
Bandi Chhor Divas, the Day of Liberation.
Okay, so this incredible escape happens.
Hmm.
But what connects it specifically to Diwali?
Ah, the timing. Just by sheer coincidence, or maybe providence, depending on your view, the day of this mass liberation from Gwalior Fort fell on the same date as Diwali, the traditional Hindu festival of lights.
That's quite a coincidence. So news gets back to Amritsar.
Like wildfire. Imagine the excitement. The guru is free and he's bringing 52 kings with him. The sources say the Sikh community's reaction was spontaneous and overwhelming.
Oh, what did they do?
They lit up the city. Especially the Harmandir Sahib, the Golden Temple. It was covered in thousands upon thousands of diyas, oil lamps, specifically to welcome him and the freed rulers home. A huge citywide celebration of light.
And that act of lighting the lamps on that day because of that event, it changed things.
It fundamentally shifted the meaning of the day for Sikhs, yes. From that year on, the lights weren't just symbolic of some ancient myth, like Lord Rama's return in the Ramayana story of Diwali.
Right. It became grounded in history.
Exactly. The lights specifically commemorated this historical victory, justice over oppression, the guru's compassion winning out over imperial power. The light became a tangible symbol of freedom secured through moral courage and clever action.
And you can still feel that legacy today, Amritsar, during Bandi Chhor Divas.
Oh, absolutely. It's intense. The marble walkways around the Sarovar are just shimmering with lamps. There are massive firework displays, and every light, every flicker feels connected back to honoring the guru and those 52 souls, and really the principle of fighting for others' freedom.
It ties the prison celebration directly back to that moment in Gwalior.
It does. And if you think about the geography, it makes sense. You have these two key places. Right, the imposing fort, the place of captivity, the refusal, the strategy. Today, there's a Gurdwara there, the Gurudwara Data Bandi Chhor Sahib, marking the spot. It represents the struggle.
And then Amritsar.
The destination, the homecoming, the celebration, the light, the golden temple illuminated. It represents the release, the freedom achieved. The two cities almost mirror the narrative. Darkness and light, captivity and liberation.
How did this event shape Sikh identity moving forward? Did historians note a shift?
Yes, major Sikh historians like J.S. Gruel or Khushwant Singh, they point to this as a really formative event. It helps cement this identity of moral defiance, but also active compassion.
The Miri and Piri in action.
Exactly. A faith that understands you need both the lamp, spiritual strength, compassion, and the sword, the courage to stand for justice, to act in the world. It positioned the Sikh path as one deeply concerned with humanitarian values and resisting tyranny.
So when you put it side by side with the more widely known Diwali story?
The contrast is quite clear, isn't it? The Ramayana's Diwali is about the return of a god king after vanquishing a demon. Bandi Chhor Divas is about the liberation of unjustly imprisoned human beings, secured by the ethical stand of their leader.
One focuses on divine intervention, the other on human action and responsibility.
Right. It makes Bandi Chhor Divas less of a purely religious festival and more of an ethical commemoration. It prompts you, the observer, to think about what light really means. The story suggests the real light isn't just for oneself, but the one you kindle to help others find their way out of darkness.
It shifts Diwali from just spectacle to a statement about justice.
A very powerful statement.
That's a really profound history and definitely adds a crucial layer to understanding the Festival of Lights in India.
It really does.
So perhaps the thought to leave our listeners with today, drawn from this deep dive.
How about this? Sometimes Diwali isn't just about returning home.
Sometimes it's about setting others free. If you decide to travel to Amritsar or Gwalior or elsewhere in India, we have a recommendation. Five Senses Tours organizes tours across India which are immersive cultural experiences. You can email contact@fivesensestours.com. Note 5 is written as a numeral in contact at fivesensestours.com. Or WhatsApp to +919 845 677
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the story behind Bandi Chhor Divas. We hope it shed some new light for you.
We'll catch you on the next one.